Okay, we're live.
Good afternoon. I'd like to call to order the October 30th Code Development Meeting,
No. IDA special.
IDA part,
A special meeting.
special meeting. Mr. Paradise?
Here.
Mr. Napier? Here. Mr. Moore?
Here.
Mr. Dudwire, present.
Tammy.
Tammy.
Oh, Tammy, I'm sorry.
Here.
Tammy.
No, Kim Cardona and Dan DeShiro are not present.
All right, and I'd like to open the LDC portion of this joint meeting. Ed Tremblay present, Joshua Hill, Steve Napier is no longer on the board. Sandy Gronkowski. Here. Jeff Pratt. Owen Smith. Here. And Sarah Stevens. Here. All right.
And note that Kim has joined us.
So really the agenda is two presentations for this evening. First one by BDJ Capital. So you'll have 15 minutes to present to us, and we'll have about 15 minutes for a Q&A. Welcome to take the floor. Everyone understands which proposal you're looking at. If you didn't get it in an email, okay. So, welcome.
Yeah, I'm Dan Doggo, representing both Byron Diaz, owner of BD Upstate Construction, Carl Godfrey, the owner of Remodel Now, regarding the purchase of the fire lots on Remsen Street. I think I made multiple presentations to both of your pages, over the months. And what I want to do is just review the July 23rd letter of intent that we submitted for the purchase of the property and also our plans on the redevelopment of that property. Hopefully you guys have a copy of that and you can work through it with me. But Mr. Diaz, his plan for the purchase of this property is a straight out purchase. He's not looking for any kind of federal grants, any kind of exemptions on sales tax or anything else regarding the purchase of this property. He wants a straight outright purchase. He's not planning on doing any federal grants associated with it. It's going to be personally financed. He already has, proof of financing for the property. And what his plans are doing is to build a 4-floor building, 31 bedroom units. On the first floor, he's planning on 2 commercial, 3 commercial.
We talked back with Peter about 2 to 3.
Yeah, well,
That was the new letter.
yeah, no, on this letter of intent, it was still set for 2,000 square feet of commercial space, 2 spaces. But over the last several weeks, there was a few discussions and emails back through the listing agent that the IDA has, employed, where we're willing to go 3 commercial spots on the first floor and build out the rest of the property. We may have to trim it down to 28 units if we add the 3rd commercial spot on the 3rd floor. Each 1-bedroom unit will have its own laundry facilities. 3 additional floors will obviously have 8 residential units each. Current market rates for these units are going to be around the $1,800 a month rent. We have parking for at least 32 off-street spots for the project. And we understand that we're going to have to go through, obviously, a zoning change. The current zoning only allows for 10 units. So we're going to have to go through zoning approval, DPW approval, and also the approval for the Cohoes Historical Society on the exterior design of the building to make sure it conforms to, the rest of what we're seeing in redevelopment in the city. His plans, once we have the final approval, zoning, DPW, historical approvals, probably 18 to 24 months to completely build out this building. And again, once we do have approval from the IDA And the city, obviously, will work very quickly, due diligence to get the city approvals to begin, acquisition of the building permits and begin construction. Let's see. If the letter of intent is approved by the IDA and we get signature on the letter of intent, then the next step is the generation of a purchase agreement between either the IDA, the city of Cohoes, and Mr. Diaz. And once we have the signed letter of intent, the signed purchase agreement, and then we'll start the application process for all of the city approvals to begin construction. And we know that we're going to have contingencies built into the purchase contract for the various approvals by the city. And I think that's basically it. Oh, one thing I wanted to touch on is that the plan calls for a one-way entrance located on Columbia Street and the exit coming back out onto Remsen Street. Carl, is there anything else you would like to add?
No, I think you hit all the points and we'll open it up for anybody with questions.
We have, both Mr. Diaz's company and Carl's company, they're young developers. And they've already demonstrated by purchasing and redeveloping property in the city. And with the new projects and purchases that they've already have either made or waiting to close on in the city, that, they're very interested in developing and instilling cash finance into the city. Again, this is all personal finance. They're not asking for any tax exemptions. These buildings, he's already closed on the old library, and the design work has already started on the library building. And, once we get that fully occupied, the amount of tax base that's going to come in on that old library, and even the Remsen Street on this 30-unit building, it's going to be fully taxed, no exemptions, no pilots, just full revenue coming into the city based on the new development. So,
Does Mr. Diaz have any sense of Owen Smith? I live across the street from this lot. I run the Cohoes Music Hall. Does Mr. Diaz have any sense of what kind of commercial tenant he would? What's his vision for the commercial spaces, if any?
We're going to work directly with our city developer on that, Steve, and then try to, if we do purchase it, start working with trying to locate tenants what would be the best fit for there. There's nothing that we have envisioned right now. So that'll be something that we'll be working closely with the city and other elected officials.
When I talked to Mr. Diaz about that, what he said was, once he gets all the city approvals necessary and he's granted the building permit and he actually starts work, that's when he's going to start advertising to fill out those commercial spaces.
We try to do our best because obviously we have a lot of vacancies, right? And they are hard to fill. But that's what we look into the community, see what else will be a best fit for down there and who we can seek out to try to fill those spaces with.
You're going to have 32 cars behind there. Will there be any kind of security cameras watching those cars?
Yes, yeah.
I have a question. Why one bedroom? Why not anything bigger?
Because we like the one bedrooms just because we figure it's simple for single couples, single people, and really targeting young professionals.
Yeah, bedrooms rent out. One bedrooms rent out very quickly. Yeah.
And you said 18 to 24 months was a projected timeline
That's
from start to
projected.
finish?
Yeah, by the time we get through boards, we all know that the design's going to be a couple months, right? And then by the time we get through zoning, and hopefully get the approval, right, for the building area. Hopefully you don't shoot down that idea. But then once we get through that, that's what we're thinking, start to finish, put the fence up and start development.
Yeah, Mr. Diaz, I spoke with him this morning, and his priority is to complete the Cohoes Library building. That's underway right now. That's priority number one. Priority number two for development is going to be Remsen Street.
So that leads into my question. 18 to 24 months after approvals, you stated,
Yeah.
which is the same time period you provided for the library. So those would be essentially in parallel.
Yeah,
And that's a workload that you have the horses for?
yeah, we have over 100 employees between the two of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
What,
I have to check the RFP because we had a timeline in the RFP too, but
we
it's
do, and I
roughly
think
the
it was
same.
24 months.
Yeah, it's
about
like
24
18,
months.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be going for the building there for the first of the year, so by the time this all goes down, we close and we get going, we're already gonna be in the demo and training at the library. Once we get 50%, then, that's when we're gonna start looking, right? Once we exceed 50% on the library, start doing all the due diligence and whatever we have to do. to
Okay.
get that undergone.
And what was the market rate rent?
Around 1,800.
1,800 you stated?
Yeah, to start here, I mean, obviously, that's what we're gonna set the threshold at for minimum.
Right.
You know, we're gonna start hiring, if we can write them at 22, 24, you know, great. And if we can't, then that's why we're doing all the numbers off the financials in the base minimum of 18.
And what was the offer in this letter for the property?
265,000. And I think that was over the ask.
15? Okay. Anyone else? They've got 14 minutes left on the clock.
Will you be offering any amenities,
As far as,
gym?
if the commercial spaces don't rent out, I mean, obviously, that's something that we'll have to look at. But right now, there wouldn't be enough space, because that lot is, you're gonna face facts, the lot's very small. There's only so much we can physically do with that small city lot. But if those commercial spaces don't rent out, that would be a great amenity for the tenants, because then that can give us something, hey, $2,000 a month, and get a free gym.
So your challenge with planning is more than 10 apartments right now, currently, right?
Well, I think that's what the city is, right, Peter?
Right, yeah,
If
so,
anything over 10, we have to get approval.
That's our zone.
right, okay, you're zoning, and
Can I just ask if it's multiple lots, is that a 10 unit per lot threshold? And then if they've got 3 lots, so it's really 30?
well, what they'll probably do is merge the lots into one. It'd be beneficial for them to,
Yeah, the city's gonna
Right,
make
but
this
then to
much.
then limit it to 10 apartments on what used to be 3 lots worth of space.
it doesn't work that way, unfortunately, yeah. And it's gonna be one structure.
Yeah, because all those lots are
Yeah.
so small, I think they're like 25 by. 80.
Yeah, they're not huge.
And I think there's 6 of them, right?
Yeah,
So, and I'm looking at the, I don't know if you guys saw the 3D, and it looks like it's 4 stories, which I think is another challenge you'll have with zoning, right?
No, the zoning allows for 4
Will
stories
allow
in the-
4?
In the mixed use downtown,
Yeah.
The underwriting
is allowed on,
downtown core, yeah.
Columbia Street.
Okay,
I mean, Remsen Street. That's the other thing with, because of,
One of,
unless I'm wrong, but the lot on Columbia Street is actually in a different zone.
it's in a different
They merge
zone,
them all into
it's in a
one
different
lot
zone,
on
but,
Remsen Street.
but the house will be, like, the building will be where it's zoned that way.
Right. But if they merge all those properties and they get an address on Remsen Street, that shouldn't be a problem.
Yep.
Remember
So
that.
Peter, another thing on the 3D image, when we met with the historical board, we're changing the roof lines. We just didn't pay for the new renderings, because obviously depending on where this goes, then that's when we're gonna start dumping money into it. But it'll have different roof lines, it's gonna be broken out. We're gonna sit down, again, we hit on this point before with the historical board, pick out the different colors, pick out the portals, pick out the windows, all the centrals to make sure that elected officials have, input. So that way this building will best fit the community, right? We're not just gonna come as a developer and say, hey, this is what we're building and this is what you're getting. End of discussion, or change a couple different things. I want to actually be able to sit down with them and design. I did that on a smaller project, and I built it for you, and they loved it. I went in, they picked all the front doors, they picked the windows, they picked out the detail, and it said there, and they thought it was the coolest thing going, because they actually had to say. So that's the same thing that we're looking to do here, is also have the community help design the building as well. The people on that board for like colors and aesthetics, to make sure it's the best fit.
so to that point, in the event the Historical Society, this board, CLDC, which will have input as well, decides to have a more historical facade, right? This doesn't seem to match what lives on Remsen Street today. Are you prepared to, I mean, that's an added cost.
Yeah, and I mean, as long as it doesn't get, crazy out of hand, Peter, we gotta keep it within the perimeter, right? But that's what we're looking to do, right? So we're looking to do some sections maybe with veneer, some sections single clapboard, like an LP, which replicates like a historical cedar siding, and kind of play with it because we want it to look, like it's been there, right? For a while. Not just like the top drape building, it's just stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Right. Okay. I'm good. Okay, you got anything?
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right, appreciate your time. Thanks.
All on for 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's like 5:05, I believe, or it was, because this was supposed to be like 5-minute start right after.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to give some time in between. Yeah. How do you want to fill this void?
I'd pause the video.
Yeah, I don't want to catch. It might even be. Hello? Yes. Yours is, let me see, when I sent it to Paul. I think it's like in 10 minutes. Let me see. Where are you located? 510 is your time. Oh, geez.
Is it like a good weapon to like impose karma on people?
No.
Can we offer him remote?
If the board wants it, that's fine.
All right, let me call you right back.
It's not the book.
All right, yeah. He's not gonna be here in time. He's just leaving Schoharie. Do you want to let him do it remotely?
I mean, I'm not seeing any reason why we couldn't let him do it remotely.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you guys. He's not a voting member or anything. He's making a presentation.
Right. Okay.
Set up a,
I gotta get him a Teams.
or do you give him the meeting link and he can come right in because he's got a video?
It's YouTube though, and YouTube doesn't go both ways. That's the difficulty. So what we'll do is probably capture his voice.
Yeah, you can do it by phone then even.
Yeah. It's probably the best way.
Maybe that's the easiest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and give him a yap. I'll keep the phone here and give him a call. If you want to run that by everybody, just say we'll be ready in about 5.
Hey guys, anybody who didn't hear that, Mr. Bonacisi is on his way back from Schoharie. He just left Schoharie. He's not going to get here in time, so he's going to call. We're going to take his presentation over the phone if everyone's okay with that.
Copies of his presentation.
I'm sorry?
Copies of his presentation.
That's all I have.
Even if you can talk to that,
Yeah, well, here's the-
You guys are.
Thank you. It might. The elevation will.
So that's, yeah, I just don't think it's. Good point. No, should. He does.
You don't know.
He does want
Really defend it.
Is that the one that's all copy?
Yes.
All right, so he just needs about 4 minutes to be ready, but we'll still beat the 5:10 that we had scheduled for that. These go away. You want to keep those? Those are not the ones that you'll be referencing.
Had you talked to him about that, the other?
Yeah. So that's just the pro forma. There's some visuals front and back on these. Ed, I'm sorry, I think I probably assumed you would have sent it digitally to your.
I don't think I got it.
Oh,
I hope you sent it to my Gmail. I got it.
Debbie's got a copy of all this, so it'll just be black and white, but she's making some color.
that's fine.
That is yours.
Oh,
Or was that it?
yes, yes.
Okay.
That's good.
All right, then take care of those and pass them on.
Thank you.
All right, let me get this going again.